We are going to modify our basic cylinder, and first we're going to trim off the top edge because mine is pretty jagged. We are going to score and slip anything that we attach. So we are going to attach some extra slabs to make this taller. So those are score marks, and now I'm adding some slip. You need to scratch before you attach so that things are very secure. Once I add my piece of slab, I'm going to simply pinch it together. It's overlapping so that half of it is sticking up from the top of the cylinder and half of it is touching, and then I pinch it together to connect those two pieces. So if I want to continue making my cylinder taller, I will just add more slabs until it's the height that I want. Then I'm going to make sure that every seam is connected so that each piece is really unified with the entire cylinder. So there it is. I'm actually going to now trim all that off because I'm going to show you how to make a keepsake jar with a lid and a pull handle. So I'm going to trim all that off and take it away, and I am going to smooth this out using a ceramic sponge and a little bit of water. So when you use a ceramic sponge, you want to actually scrape it or press it firmly against the clay, and as you do that, it smooths it for you. So you want to take care of any edge. You can go inside and smooth seams. You don't want the sponge to be soaking wet, just wet enough that you can use it to kind of scrape out and smooth both the outside and the inside. Next, I'm going to take a loop tool and trim off any excess clay that I don't want. So to use it, you pull it towards you and you shave off the extra clay. So it's a really nice thing to do if the bottom of your cylinder got a little lopsided or uneven, or you had a little extra clay down there from when you were joining pieces together. You can also use it to trim and even out the top part of the cylinder or the lip of the cylinder. So I'm going to do one last pass with that sponge just to smooth the areas that I trimmed. You want to do all of your smoothing before you add anything to a clay project or press anything into it or carve anything into it. Everything needs to be as smooth as you can get it before you add or attach anything. So one last pass with that sponge. Then I'm going to work on the lid. To do the lid, I've made a circle by tracing over the bottom of the cylinder. So I have a circle that's the same measurement as the top of my cylinder. I've smoothed it out with a sponge. Now I'm going to make a small coil and wrap it along the inside of that cylinder to make sure that it's the same size. What I'm doing is I'm making an attachment for the inside of my lid so that it won't fall off when it's on there. So it's a little ring that I've made out of a coil. That ring is the same size as the inside of that cylinder. Now I'm going to score the bottom of the lid, and I'm going to add a little bit of slip, and then I'm going to press that ring into my score marks. So this little ring will keep my lid on. Then I might go back with a clay tool and really work seams and make sure that it's fully joined and connected and looks nicer. I'm going to put it back on just to make sure that it's really going to fit and that I can take it off pretty easily. Now I'm going to make the little pole. I have two little circles that I've cut out of a clay slab, and I'm going to score and slip them together so that my pole is tall enough that it's easy to use. I'm going to find the center of the lid, and I'm going to score that and slip it, and then just press firmly to attach. And that's really all I need to do. I can go back and kind of check the edges and smooth them if I want to. Now, and I'll make sure again that that lid is the right fit. Last but not least, I'm going to take a ceramic stamp, and I'm going to put my hand inside my cylinder and press firmly while I roll the stamp towards me to press a pattern into the cylinder. This is optional, but it's kind of a fun way to add a cool design to your project. Now I'm going to add one more row of that stamp. So you press against your hand so that you're not just pressing into that clay body. Beautiful. Now I can finish it off. I can do last minute smoothing and all that, but for now, it's pretty much good to go.